What's up, guys? We're back, and today is my long-awaited personal PSA graded card collection. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, and I just never really got around to it. So, one thing you'll notice is that I don't have a lot of vintage slabs. I mostly focus on modern stuff. I got a few vintage slabs, but nothing really too crazy. And I just right now I just don't have the money to spend on vintage cars because I really do prefer nines and tens on those, and of course vintage is just going crazy lately. So if you're a vintage guy, this might not be the video for you, but if you don't care about that, well then here we go. Now starting things off, I'm gonna kind of zing through some of my Mewtwo cards here. These are just some cheaper Mewtwo's right off the bat here because he is my favorite Pokemon, so I just collect pretty much anything Mewtwo. The Celebrations one is awesome for a cheap card. I bought this for like $4 and graded it. But no, he is my favorite Pokemon, and I do not have the test tube or Mewtube or whatever you want to call it. That's kind of a grail of mine. I don't have like the Shining Mewtwo or anything like that. Nothing too crazy as far as Mewtwo cards go, as far as price. But yeah, just some cheaper Mewtwo's. I pretty much collect anything Mewtwo. I have the Master Ball from 151. And of course, I have the Mewtwo and Mew GX tag team from Unified Minds. I got this, gosh, probably back when it was $80 or so. I don't know what it is today, but I'm willing to bet that it's definitely not that. So that was a cool card. I wish I had more tag team cards, man, but I just don't. And of course, those are skyrocketing too. So those might be a focus down the road. Here's the Mewtwo from Pokemon Go. Bought it raw and graded it myself. I don't particularly like this artwork, if I'm being honest, but you know, it's a Mewtwo regardless, so had to keep it. These next cards here are actually pretty cool. These are some auto cards, and so I actually went and met the voice actor for Mewtwo for Pokemon the first movie. This one's technically for sale on my eBay, but I have it priced pretty high, because I'll be honest, I really don't want to sell it. So you know, I just threw it up for like 500, and even I'll admit that's a ridiculous price, but if anybody wants to pay that, it's theirs. So, but these, however, are not for sale. I really like these. This one's shadowless, by the way. I didn't bother getting them graded or anything because the conditions on them are not great. So that's why I thought they were perfect for getting them signed. So shout out to Jay for signing these, and it was really cool meeting him. So yeah, I'm not one to buy autograph cards on eBay. I might do that someday, but I just think it's way cooler to go actually meet the person and get them signed yourself. But if they're dead or whatever, and that's your only option, then you like autograph cards, and no shame on you for doing that. I think they're kind of neat. A couple more Mewtwo's. Here's another just rainbow. So I have the autographed one and just a PSA 10. So pretty cool. And I have these two cards. So I actually bought this one. This one's Japanese. So I bought this raw up at the card shop for like $50 and got it graded and got it 10. And then I bought this for $225, and I think these are just the English copies are just skyrocketing. I thought about getting an English version, but I'm kind of cool with it, honestly. Not really on my bucket list at the moment. I just got bigger things to take care of. But these arts are beautiful, man. Just Charizard and Mewtwo fighting each other. You can't go wrong with these. Those are super cool cards. So next up, we got a little bit more tag team. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno Rainbow. Bought this from my buddy Scott. I don't remember what I paid for it, honestly. Truthfully, I just like the card. Then another Master Ball from 151. I got the Articuno. I think the Master Balls from 151 are a little bit underappreciated. You can get a lot of them for like under $100. And I know they were printed a lot, but hey, there's been a lot of stuff that's been printed a lot that's been going up in value, and so I just and these Master Balls are exclusive to 151, to the Japanese 151. I apologize. So I don't know, man. I think these have a bright future. It might take some time to get to it, but hey, if you're looking to collect something for under $100, like, you can't go wrong with the Master Balls from 151, in my opinion. I think they're cool. This is a little bit all over the place, guys. I didn't really sort it. This is just kind of going down the row in my little box here. So it's kind of all over set to set, you know, kind of whatever. This one might be on the chopping block at some point. This is just the metal card from that Ultra Premium collection from 151. I think I got this for like $50. I used some like credit card rewards to pick this card up. And this is one of those cards where if this like 4, 5, 6x's in value, you know, this one is probably going to get let go. It's not that I don't like the card. I do think it's neat, but if I can turn $50 into, you know, I don't even know, 300, 400, like that. It's okay to take your gains every once in a while on a card that you're not like all that crazy about. But, you know, so we'll see about the Ultra Premium collection has been just steadily rising in value, and you know, 151's about to go out of rotation here pretty soon, so we'll keep an eye on this one. But this one might be on the chopping block, if I'm being honest. I got a couple of those in here that at some point I might let go. This one, here's a vintage card, the Dark Typhlosion from Neo Destiny. It's unlimited, but I do like Dark Typhlosion. I would like to get it, you know, maybe in a 9 if I can someday. But for now, this is just a placeholder. It's a nice card. I was pretty new to grading when I was messing with that, so it's like, 7's not bad on vintage anyways. Here's another tag team card, the Reshiram and Charizard GX. I bought this and graded myself because I thought it was cool. And I got back into collecting in 2022. So tag team was still pretty affordable at the time, and now they just gone crazy. So I thought this was really neat. I don't have a whole lot of Charizards in my collection, unfortunately, but this is a pretty cool one to have. And kind of going all over the place, like I said, I have a Blastoise from the. This is not base set. This is the classic collection that everyone probably forgot about. But when I was starting to get fairly decent at grading, I was looking at this card, you know, underneath the magnifying glass and light and everything. I looked at it, I'm like, this is. It took me like less than 10 seconds to realize, I'm like, yeah, this is a 10 all the way through. Like, I think this is potential Black Label. I mean, the one thing you might question, you know, if it's Black Label worthy, left or right centering, but it's I don't know. People who are better than me might be able to tell me if that's potential Black Label centering, but yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I mean, the condition was fantastic. I mean, this was one of the cleanest cards that I've ever seen, like in a store. So if it doesn't get a Black Label, it'll be damn close. So I thought about cross grading that. Kind of mixing things up here. I got some a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh here. So I have the Blue Eyes White Dragon from that what was that that starter deck Kaiba Reloaded, where he comes in as an ultra rare. And I thought this was a cool card in that ultra rare holo. And I don't think this is anything crazy. Like I would love to have a starter deck Kaiba first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think that artwork is far superior. That's kind of a grail card of mine. I don't even know what that. I'm sure that's potentially thousands of dollars. You know, so that'd be a one to have in the future. But I'm pretty nostalgic when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play this all the time. Believe it or not, I played this. I mean, I've never really even played Pokemon. I've always just been a collector. And I watched the shows and I played the games, of course. But Yu-Gi-Oh was my first TCG that I actually played, and I did some local tournaments back when I was a teenager. So I have a soft spot for Yu-Gi-Oh, and at some point, if I ever do get bored of Pokemon, which I don't know, they've been killing it lately, I might attempt to like buy some vintage Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But we'll see. I might potentially be starting a new job here within the next year or so. And that will give me way more money to play with. So Blue Eyes Jet Dragon here was actually my very first PSA 10 that I ever received. So this one holds a special place in my heart. I thought this card was so cool when it came out. As I watched the movie, Yu-Gi-Oh! The first movie where Kaiba flies this thing around to go see Pegasus. So I thought, and I'm like, oh, they made that a card. That is so cool, and it's got that secret rare pattern to it. Sorry if my lighting is kind of bad, guys. I just, I don't have like a setup or anything to, make these shine properly. So it is what you have to work with me here. But my very first PSA 10, so that one is kind of special to me. I have a Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth from these Sacred Cards. I believe this came from the game. It was like a game promo. And I had this sitting in my binder for years and years and years. Just that triple ring binder. Just, oh, those things are toxic. But so the fact that this got a 9 for sitting in a really crappy binder for so many years, and honestly, like, I played with my cards a lot. Like, I played with my brother, my friends, like, did some local tournaments. Like, so the fact that this got a 9 at all is pretty impressive. And a 9's a good grade. I mean, it's a card from 2003, man. So, and it's that card's pretty cool. I have a Red Eyes Black Dragon from the Legendary Collection Joy's World. Yeah, I don't know. I do prefer to start at Kaiba artwork, but this is the one that I thought looked like a 10, and it got it. A lot of vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! That I would love to own someday, but unfortunately don't. Alistair the Invoker. The Invokers, I mean, I know a lot of you Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys are probably going to hate me, but I love Invokers. I think they're cool. I played a lot of Duel Links, and the Invokers were just nuts in Duel Links for quite a long time, and I built my own deck without copying anybody else. I had my own style to it, and the Invokers were obviously the main engine for it. So, and I ended up getting King of Games in that game. Anyways, so I thought the prismatic just rarity in the Japanese version looked far superior to the secret rare English version. So that's a pretty cool card. Back to Pokemon here. Just some Evolving Skies full arts. These are probably going to be on the chopping block as well. Honestly, Evolving Skies isn't going anywhere but up. I mean, that set is only going to get more and more expensive. I bought these all for like $4 or $5 a piece and just graded them. So of course I had back then there was like a $15 grading fee. So I mean I had like $20 into each of these. So, and I think right now they're selling for like $70 or $80. But this is just one of some of these cards that I'll probably hold on to for 10, 15 years down the road. And then, if they become $300 or something like that, like they probably will be let go, just because there's going to be people out there that just collect Evolving Skies in general. It doesn't really matter if it's the alt arts or not. But we're going to get to those. But yeah, so these might be on the chopping block someday. They're nothing that I really love all that much, but those are going to be a slow rise. And kind of spicing things up again here, I got some Halo cards. So for those that don't know, Halo was my favorite video game. I love the original Halo trilogy, like the Bungie trilogy. Yeah. Modern Halo makes me sad, but I think these cards, these 2007 vintage Topps Halo cards are just phenomenal, man. There's 10 foils total. I don't have all 10. I just bought the ones that were available. These are hard to find, man. Like, you go on eBay and they don't show up every single day. These are extremely low pop as well. So I did pay a good chunk for these, but I honestly, I know it's a niche thing, but I don't really care because I love Halo, and I might look to buy these a little bit more if I can find them. But I don't know. I love Halo, man. Like I honestly, I love Halo more than Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Just I've had countless memories. I met real life friends because of this video game, and for those who know me, I got a lot of passion with this franchise. So, and just endless memories with it. So, moving on here. We're about halfway done, guys. So this video might be about 30 minutes longer. So next I got some Shinji Kanda cards. Just some of the... I do have the Magikarp. This one is Japanese, though. I don't have the English one. There's Once Upon a Time, or I'm like, oh, I really like that card. And I kind of just put it on the back burner back when the English version was like $80 for a PSA 10. And I thought nothing of it. Well, a couple of months goes by, and people start noticing that the gem rate on these is just abysmal. And it skyrocketed to, like, was it $1,200 or $1,500 very quickly. So I'm like, well, I missed that boat. So I bought the Japanese version for like $65 just because I wanted to have the card, you know, even if it is in a different language, I didn't care. And I think even the Japanese version has doubled in price since I've bought it. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I won't be selling any of these. So next I have the Magneton from Surging Spark, just the regular ETB promo. I don't have the Pokemon Center version. I bought this for like $4 and graded it myself, and I'm like, that's okay. So I don't have the Pokemon Center stamped one, but to be honest, I don't really care. It's not all about value to me. I just like the card. I like the artwork, and I have the Giratina as well. Where are you? It's down the line here, but I do have the Giratina, however you pronounce it. I have that as well, and I'll probably get back to that here in a second. Next up is the Houndoom from Sharded Fable. I know Sharded Fable's not... It's probably one of the worst sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, but I'm a big Houndoom fan, and I think this card is criminally underrated. It was at like $80 for the longest time, and I shot up to like $130 and $150. I think you can buy it somewhere in there now. And I think this card has a bright future. When Sharded Fable gets older, people will look back at the set and be like, you know, that Houndoom was pretty sick. Like, the Persian's good, the Houndoom is awesome, and then, of course, the promos that I have coming up here in a second. But I like this card. It's got that Wolfpack kind of dark artwork to it. Yeah, I think this card has a bright future. It just might take some time because, obviously, Sharded Fable is not everybody's favorite set. Probably nobody's favorite set, honestly, but that's okay. But and speaking of Sharded Fable, I do that's not Sharded Fable. There we go. I do have they had those little box for Sharded Fable, and these were the promos that came in it. And the Kingdra here has shot up here like crazy lately. Like, it was like like $100 or around that area for the longest time, and I think now it's pushing like $400 or something like that. So I had this card before it was cool, man, and I'm proud to say that this card, this one might be, these two promos, man, might be one of my favorite SIRs in the entire Scarlet and Violet era. Like, I don't know, that's probably not everybody's answer, but these artworks are just phenomenal. They're honestly kind of carrying Sharded Fable a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. I think these are two of the best SIRs in the Scarlet and Violet era. I mean, I don't know, just my opinion. And next up, as you guys saw, is the Groudon from Paradox Rift. Love the colors of this card, man. I love this artwork. It's just awesome. And I paid a lot for this. I think I paid like $320 or something like that. And I actually invested in this card. I bought like 5 of them because I wanted to get this one for free. You know, so you gotta make some plays every now and then to make this hobby a little sustainable. And this is one of them that I did it with. But anyways, yeah, it love the colors of this card. This card is sick. This card has a bright future, man. I think people are still to this day sleeping on it, despite the $300 price point. Let's see here. Next up, I'm gonna kind of do this as a trio here. I have the dogs, legendary beast, whatever you want to say, from Crown Zenith. I struggled for the longest time to get these cards in a 10. Entei I didn't struggle with, but the other two I just kept getting 9s, and I finally just broke down and bought the Suicune. Or no, did I buy the Suicune or the Raccoon? I can't remember, but I ended up just buying the last one in a 10 because I just couldn't get it. So, but I love these artworks, especially the Suicune. The Raikou is great as well. I love all of them, but it's kind of a tough, like, man, I can't decide which one's the best. I mean, I really like the Suicune though. I mean, the Entei is a close second, but I love the dogs from Crown Zenith. Last time I checked, they're around 100, 120 bucks. I don't know if they still are, but if they are, man, I think those are a fairly solid pickup. I mean, they're not gonna rise quickly. They're gonna be a slow rise, but I think those cards are somewhat decent investment. They won't go under 100 bucks ever again. That I can promise you. Next up, I have a Snorlax from 151, just the ETB. Again, not the Pokemon Center stamped one, but you know, I don't really care too much about that. I just like the artwork. This card is just classic Snorlax, right? You got Diglett and that could easily go underneath him, and a Pidgey that could easily fly over him. And they're just like, what are you doing here, man? You know, so it's I like this artwork a lot, and I think this artwork as well has a bright future. Promos just take time, but they do go up eventually. And I'm sorry if I make everything about the price, guys. I mean, I know that, you know, some of you might be annoyed at me talking about the price, but you know, whether you like it or not, it's a part of the hobby. You know, money is what makes having these cards even possible. But I do take a lot of the money that I make from selling cards and just buy more cards with it. So, like, that's just what you got to do sometimes when you don't, you know, make a lot of money and you know, but you still want to enjoy the hobby and have it be sustainable. So, anyways, next up is the Scizor from Obsidian Flames, the illustration rare. I've been a long-term fan of this card ever since it came out. This is my personal favorite card from Obsidian Flames. I don't really even care about the Charizard, and the Ninetales is pretty cool, but my personal favorite is the Scizor. I wish my lighting didn't really suck right now. Let me see if I can turn on the light. See if it makes it better. It helps a little bit, but I need to get a proper setup. But yeah, this is my favorite card from Obsidian Flames. This card is sick. It's a good card. God, I really should have sorted this too. Oh well, we're kind of going all over the place. But the Dragonair from 151, huge Dragonair fan. Just, you really can't go wrong. It's beautiful artwork. 151, beautiful set, man. And I'm sure I have more 151 coming up here soon. Next up, I have the Ancient Mew, man, with that beautiful swirl right there. Probably one of the most iconic artworks in all of Pokemon. I mean, if you could think of your favorite artwork in the entire hobby, I mean, this one might be mine. It's between this and the Shining Gyarados. I forget what set the Shining Gyarados is from, but it's the one where that he's, you know, out in the ocean or whatever, and there's that little boat right next to him. You know, if for the YouTube watchers, you can remind me what set that's from. But I think this card is my personal favorite artwork out of the entire TCG. I mean, the swirl just makes it even better. Unfortunately, it has a crack right here that is not on the sleeve, that is on the card, and it showed up like that, and I just never did anything about it because I'm like, I didn't, with PSA raising their standards on stuff. You just never know, man, and I just don't want to lose that Gem Mint 10 for a sillier. And luckily, it's on the back too, so it's not really that big of a deal. But awesome card, probably one of the most recognizable cards in the hobby. Next up is the Celebi from Fusion Strike, man. This card has been so underappreciated for the longest time. And last time I checked, it was like 225 bucks. It might have gone up since then, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was like 250, 275 by now. But I personally like this card better than the Gengar. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, and I know the price of the Gengar doesn't, you know, it's obviously way more than this. But I think from an art perspective, I prefer the Celebi from Fusion Strike here. But I would like to get the Gengar someday. It's just not on the bucket list right now. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, Celebi, beautiful artwork there. Next up, simple illustration rare, the Steelix from Paradox Rift to go along with the Groudon there. You know, I like Steelix, and there's not a whole lot of crazy good Steelix cards out there, and I thought this one was pretty good for what it is. You know, that's probably one that not a lot of people appreciate, but I do. What do we got here? Kind of getting into the Evolving Skies stuff here a little bit. Is the Umbreon VMAX Rainbow from Evolving Skies, man. You guys heard me talk about this set a whole lot in my previous videos for all three of you that probably watch. But Evolving Skies, man, I think it's one of the greatest sets of all time. Definitely the greatest modern set. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. And 151 is probably going to be another one, honestly. Like, the Zapdos is my personal favorite from that set. I do like the Venusaur as well. I don't really care for the Blastoise or the Charizard. I mean, probably going to get some hate in the comments, but that's just my opinion. And this Zapdos is just incredible, man. I actually pulled this card. So, I'm graded at 10. So, yeah, beautiful card. Next up is the Astral Radiance Starmie. I got this for like 165, and last time I checked, and it's like well over 300 now. It might be even more now, but so I'm glad I got this when I did, man. This card is awesome, and I got this right after the voice actor for Misty passed away. And I didn't really buy it for that reason, but I bought it because I liked the card, and I'm like, I wanted to get it before it shot up in price. So I heard the voice actor pass away, and I honestly just went and bought it because I didn't want this thing to skyrocket, you know, and then be like, oh, I missed the boat on that one, you know. But so, yeah, glad I made that decision. Next up is the Glass Birds, the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, from the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box. Now, I had this, like, I bought this and graded it myself. I think I paid like $12 for the card or something like that, like at the card shop, and graded it, got a 10. So I am proud to say I thought this card was cool way before it shot up, man, because it did shoot up to like 500 there for a little while. I think it came down a little bit, like it's is it 300-400 or something like that. But so I had this card when it, you know, and kept it when it was like $65. I'm like, you know what? I don't care about the price. I just think this card is cool. Very unique. I wish they'd do more like Pokemon cards that are kind of got that stained glass artwork to it. I think that would be really neat, but I understand if they don't, because this card is pretty unique, and the fact that it was at $65 for so long is kind of crazy looking back at it in hindsight. But yeah, anyways, I thought this card was cool when it was cheap, and I didn't care because I liked it. Oh, this card's awesome, man. The Milotic from Surging Sparks. This is my personal favorite card from Surging Sparks. I do not have the Feebas that goes underneath it, but I think this card is sick. I know they announced a Surging Sparks reprint, but I do think this card has a big future. It's a beautiful card, one of my favorite special illustration rares in the hobby right now. Next up is I have a shiny Mew from Celebrations. I actually sold my first one. I sold it for, you know, peanuts, and of course after I did that, excuse me, it shot up in price. I think it's like 150 now or something like that. And I do have the I have two Bubble Mews from Paldean Fates, and I bought in at $600, and it's no secret what this card has done. I think it's pushing like $2,000 right now. My original intent was like, oh, I'll buy two, and I'll sell one to get the second one for free, and then of course everybody else started catching on and realized how amazing this card was. I think it's the card. I mean, this is a kind of a bold statement. I think this card will become the card of the Scarlet and Violet era. Like, everyone thinks it's going to be the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. I'm not a huge fan of that card, man. I think the one from Evolving Skies is a lot better. And I just don't think the Sumbreon or whatever people call it is better than this card. I mean, it's a bold statement, but I do think this card will surpass the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. That one's up for debate, but I think this card is the card of the Scarlet and Violet era, and it looks really nice. Right next to this Mew from Celebrations. So, yeah, one of these will be for sale eventually, but it's going to be a while until I sell it, man. That card is awesome. We're getting into the good stuff. Next up, I have the Blaziken from Chilling Reign, man. Shout out to my brother on this one. He saw this at the card shop raw, and I think I bought it for like 285 or 300, something like that. And he made a judgment call, and he gave me a call, and he's like, "Hey, man, I think it's a PSA 10." And I'm like, buy it, And then I, of course, gave him the money. But shout out to him because he knew I wanted this, and he could have easily have kept it for himself, But yeah, awesome card. I think not a lot of people enjoy this artwork, but I personally do. I'm a big Blaziken fan. He's cool. Next up, oh man, here's one I bought at a great time. I got the Silver Tempest Lugia. Now this card was my first expensive card that I bought. I got into the hobby around this time period when the set came out, and I bought this for like $220. And fast forward 2-3 years, I think this card is like $800-900 or something like that. So I had this card when it was cheap. It sounded expensive to me at the time, spending that much on a card, but your perspective changes as you continue on with the hobby, and now it's pushing $800-900. But beautiful card. Lugia is probably my second favorite Pokemon, and he just has so many good artworks, man. I would love to have the Lugia from Aquapolis, the Crystal Lugia. There's just so many good Lugia cards, man. But this one was beautiful, man. That one's awesome. Anyways, kind of just repeating myself over and over, guys. Sorry about that. Next up is the Giratina. Ignore the price tag on this. I actually paid $1,512 for this, and the very next day it went up like $300 on eBay. I think it's at like $1,800 right now. So I got this card at the perfect time. The Shinji Kanda artworks, man, they are just fantastic. Dig these other ones out here. I'm a big Shinji Kanda, however you pronounce his name. I love his art style, man, and I'm probably gonna look to buy the Aerodactyl Master Ball from 151 because he did that card as well. For those who don't know, yeah, the Seismitoad that's going crazy and then is taking the TCG by storm right now. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it once sold for like, was it $2,000 or $3,000 in a PSA 10, and I think that is ridiculous. I mean, whoever's paying that price for that is, I think you're silly, but who knows? A year from now, I'll probably be eating these words. But yeah. Plus, people are haven't gotten a lot of them back from grading yet, so I'm assuming that price is going to go way down. We'll see what happens, but I'm a Shinji Kanda fan. Love his art. Giratina is obviously the biggest one. Or is it the biggest one? I think it is. But yeah, just had to have it. We'll see what I do here. Next up, just a little bit more Evolving Skies. Nothing crazy about these two cards. I mean, they're Rayquaza. I mean, Rayquaza is awesome. But this one I bought for like $4, and you know, I love the set. Really can't go wrong with it, man. I actually like the Secret Rare better. Yeah, not everyone appreciates the rainbows, but I don't mind them. I think they're cool. They're unique. And next I have the Espeon from Evolving Skies. Beautiful card. I bought that at a great time too. I don't remember what I paid for it though. It's definitely gone up in the last year and a half for sure. Next up, I got not one but two Dragonites from Evolving Skies. I bought these for raw, and I graded them both. I think I bought my first one for like 150, and then the other one for like 225. And sure enough, like these have skyrocketed in value ever since then. So yeah, I bought them and graded them myself. Did very well on these, and I'll sell the second one eventually. But I mean, the sky's the limit for Evolving Skies. All puns intended, of course. But seriously though, the sky is the limit for that set, and it's just I'll sell it eventually. Next up, I have the second big boy. I do have the Rayquaza from Evolving Skies. I paid $800 for this, and I think it's well over 1,000 now. So this card has been on the rise. Love this card. Had to have it. And of course, last but not least, this is my very last card, is the Umbreon from Evolving Skies, the chase card of the set, the Moonbreon, whatever you want to call it. I paid, this was the most expensive card I ever purchased at the time, and I paid $1,200 for this, and now it's I think it's right at $3,000 or $2,800 or something like that. There is a little spot here. This is not a crack in the case. It's like the actual label. I don't know if humidity did something with that or what, but it does annoy me, but that's okay. It's not really a big deal. I might get the label switched out eventually, but it's the card that matters, and this is this is the card of a generation, man. I mean, this people are calling this like the base set Charizard. You know, like this is the card of Sword and Shield era. I mean, whether you are a hater or not, like it, I mean, it's just incredible. So, but yeah, that is it for my graded card collection. Like a lot of my vintage are in binders, and I might do a binder video here at some point, but that'll be a video for another day. So anyways, I'm gonna get going, guys. Thanks for watching.